Dr. Pillai talks a lot about collective consciousness, and that by doing things in a group and engaging with community, we actually create more, right? We magnify our ability to manifest when we're together, okay? Just like what Jesus said, when two or more of you gather, I will be there, right? So we're bringing in more energy the more people we are in unison. And so the Shreem Brzee Collective was birthed out of this. And for the desire of many of you who wanted to keep your Shreem Brzee community alive, because it is so beneficial, because we have had such amazing experiences with the loving family energy of how to help support one another. So the collective is a collective consciousness of folks joining together to practice their Shreem Brzee techniques, the meditation and mantras and other things that we've been teaching. So that's why it was birthed. So when you access the Shreem Brzee Collective program, there will be an online course. And in that course, there will be the Clear, Create, Accelerate methodology. And if you were in prior Shreem Brzee programs, you have learned that. If you weren't, then this would be new to you. And that is where we clear the past, right? We clear what has been holding us back. We clear the mindset and shift the mindset that has been holding us in certain patterns. And Dr. Pillai has given specific techniques on how to do that. Mindset is influenced by our ancestors, our astrology, our past lives, our current lives, our environment. So many factors go into what we think on a regular basis. And then that mindset determines what and how and when we can manifest. So when we're looking at the mindset and we're able to shift it through these divine technologies, these spiritual technologies and techniques from Dr. Pillai, then we get to shift the mindset and then manifest differently, hopefully better, right? More faster and more effectively. So that's our clear. And then our creating what we want to manifest. The creative process, using the Shreem Brzee meditation. We have a beautiful Shreem Brzee meditation where you're creating in the palms of your hands. Some of you already know that that's the technique we're going to continue to use in the collective. So also you want to, so we've taught that technique and we'll be teaching that again, as well as goal definition, follow through. Dr. Pillai has said, you know, you can't just lie in the bed and think about something. You also have to get up and do it. But you should also be lying on the bed and thinking about it, because that's your creative visualization. That is your internal manifestation process. And then there's the external, where you're putting it into action, putting it into play, right? And then you get to accelerate, part 3, those techniques that you are now doing and implementing so that it is happening faster for you. And so what goes into accelerating your manifestation process? Time energies, knowing what to do when, that's going to be most beneficial. Remedies at home or being done for you. The meditations and the mantras accelerate your manifestations, right? So these are the 3 components: create, clear, create, and accelerate for your manifestation. And we will be really focusing in on that so that, you know, you're really in a state of manifesting, okay? So that's the teaching portion of the Shreem Brzee Collective in a very small nutshell. The next is so what we're calling that is the structure aspect, right? So there's tons of teachings out there from Dr. Pillai, especially there's tons of teachings for manifesting. There's tons of teachings for Shreem Brzee. But unless you have a structure to follow, what are you going to do? Unless you have a plan, you're kind of just meandering. So now we have a structure, which is the course, and you're going to have access to this. The next component of it is community, right? So, okay, you have your structure. I'm sorry. Well, the next component is support. So you have your structure, and then what do you need? And once you have your structure, is support. So you have the support of knowledgeable people who have been around these techniques, who have used them, who have had their ups and downs, what worked, what didn't work, and you have access to those people. For 5 days a week, you have access to Pillai Center teachers. So support. So you have your structure, the program itself. You have support. You have the expertise of teachers who have been around Dr. Pillai for 20 years. You have the love, the compassion, and knowledge of those who work for Pillai Center, who are creating ways to better support your journey. And then you have the community.